Hello and welcome. This is a short targeted session. I'm going to cover a few important things about what to do if you don't qualify for either loan. Okay? So I've gotten this question from someone on my list, on my email list, and this person mentioned that they didn't qualify for either loan, most likely will not qualify for either loan because of some personal history and etc. And they were asking me, what do I do? So what I recommended was that this was the time to possibly look into starting to make some strategic financial decisions. And what would really help with that would be a 90-day cash flow forecast. The person then asked, what does that mean? So I decided to record a short video so that it will help you understand what's happening and understand what you can do. Okay? All right. Now, what this tool, and I will send you a link to this tool, what this tool can help you do is actually create a realistic scenario of the cash that you will receive in the next few months and the cash that you absolutely have to spend in the next few months. And the way that it works is I developed this sheet, this Google Excel sheet. What you will do, you will make a copy for yourself. So I'll send you a link. You will make a copy for yourself. Don't request access to it, but just make a copy. The way you do it is when you open it, go to File, make a copy, and it will save it to your Google Drive. Okay? And this portion of this 90-day forecast is basically just to differentiate between two businesses. So service businesses sometimes have direct staff costs. So let's say if it's a design business, then the direct staff cost will be designer fee if you're paying somebody else. But in most cases, service businesses don't have those direct costs. Now, product businesses, so going back for a second, so for the service businesses, if you don't have a direct cost, you would move on to, you would ignore this section and you would move on to the expenses. Okay. Now you can make this section of expenses as detailed as you would like it to be. So you can create sub-accounts, create sub-lines so that it's easier for you to understand where you're spending your money. Ideally, you would kind of set up your QuickBooks to have it done the same way, which means you would lump together expenses that are related to these larger categories. Like, for example, under advertising, marketing, and promotion, you would have PR, advertising, Google Ads, whatever you're spending on, so that you can trace those separately. But, you know, you can always collapse it and look at the big numbers kind of to see the big picture, okay? All right, now, if you are a product business, then you definitely have some cost of sales, so direct cost. If you're a manufacturer, you would have material, you would have staff that creates the product, and etc. I mean, you won't necessarily have everything, but those are the costs that are zero if you have zero sales. Okay, that probably is the best way to look at it. All right, now you would create the numbers here. Let's say if you have receivables, you would estimate how much is realistically possible for you to receive in cash, in check or credit card by the end of the month. Make this one a worst case scenario, kind of, so that you know what your net income for that month is. Now, for this first month, what I recommend doing is if you have some cash reserves, enter that number in this beginning of the month. So think of it as your cash balance as of April 1st. And then this formula works in a way so that when you plug in all these numbers, don't touch these guys because there'll be formulas in a moment for you, but this was just for illustration purposes. Then you will have kind of these formulas work in a way that will allow you to see, okay, so at the end of April, I'm going to have $3,200 in the bank. Okay. At the end of May, I'll have $5,400. What if you don't make your cash goal? What is it going to look like? Are you going to have to put your personal money in? If so, then you got to start cutting these expenses. Sometimes it will mean you will have to let people go or furlough them. But it's better to know this today so that you can make these decisions early on, okay? And I recommend doing this for every 90 days. So at the end of April, you would do another sheet, create another sheet in Google Sheets, same document, just create a second sheet, and basically kind of do a rolling 90-day projection, okay? This will help you plan, and once the quarantine is over, once we are kind of recovering and going back into the economy, hopefully in a month or two, you can use this as a tool going forward as well. It will be very helpful. I've seen it kind of do some magic for clients, so feel free to use it. But again, make a copy for yourself, and make your best estimate. So for example, if you make just a quick example so that you understand how it works. If you're paying an accountant, for example, and you have to pay them every month, you would list these expenses. If you pay taxes and your income goes down, then most likely your tax number will also go down, okay? Same thing with the advertising. Everybody says cut advertising, but a lot of my clients are actually ramping up their advertising instead. So you have to plan for that. You have to have a sort of a budget or something for that, okay? So I hope it makes sense. I hope it's super helpful. And I am looking forward to giving you the link, and I hope that this will help you make some decisions whether or not you qualify for the loans or whatever. So post questions in the Facebook group, and I'll talk to you later.